Yeah.
Let's go!
The station that keeps it rocking 24/7.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Waking these niggas up out they sleep, I feel like a drill sergeant. Now I gotta work hard to get bigger checks cause the bill's larger. I met this bitch in 2012, I ain't hit but I still want her. I always imagine what we could've been to this day and it still haunt me. I swear, I can go anywhere and I see the same hoes. Had some underworld niggas and some squares vibing at the same show. When you get the plays coming by the pairs, then you get insane though. It's hard to be emotionally available and still stay sane, bro. I heard he smoked a cop, now he my motherfucking idol. If I ever meet him, I'ma have him autograph my rifle. Her IG look like a candy store, I spent a couple G's in here. I got my mama living like Tina Lawson, I went big today. I hired a lawyer to make sure my lawyer wasn't on foul play. He Jewish, she keep the paperwork in the Cartier briefcase. We ain't eating Chick-fil-A, baby, we eating a seared filet. I got my mama living like Tina Lawson, I went big today. I hired a lawyer to make sure my lawyer wasn't on foul play. He Jewish, she keep the paperwork in the Cartier briefcase. Fuck, I look like signing a deal for less than $1 million. I'm from Ohio, I might as well sell hair around the Billy. Fuck my homie's ex, the guilt head, I was taking it hard. We talked about it, he said we good, bro, you just playing your cards.
This your boy Grizz,
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
and this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE show, powered by
Unanimous. 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 We live, people. We back at it. Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday. Another Wednesday. And as usual, a lot of things have jumped off from Wednesday to Wednesday. And as you can see, every Wednesday it's the same thing with these girls. I know. I keep saying the same shit. Goes one ear out the other. I know one's working, the other one's getting a drink together. It'd be like that, so. I'm trying to bring y'all some good lineups here. We're gonna have J Rise back. We got Mic Drop coming. I'm trying to get Guy and him in there, talk about him and his dads. My condolences to his dad. One good people, civil rights activists for the people. Past, it's a lot of deaths been going on in the city here with family members that mean a lot to everybody. So tip my hat to them and keep everybody in their prayers. And I want to keep the Haggards in our prayers, man. In my prayers, that guy, we lost Mike Haggard, Mikey Haggard. I'm not going into details about what happened, but keep your thoughts and prayers for him and his family. Without Mike Haggard, I wouldn't be married right now. He done introduced me to my wife. So let's give Mike Haggard a round of applause. He's solid successful. But anyway, we back at it this Wednesday. I'm pretty sure news you can use. Ivory gonna have a lot of stuff, and this will be her last live news you can use for a minute. We can really implement some more technology, so she'll be doing her news you can use, and then doing it and shooting us the video. We're gonna doctor it up and do what we do with it, and me and Tyann gonna dissect it and make it happen until she can get back to normal, regular scheduled programming. You gotta say that about the diva. It's always the day before the show. You see her and her husband out flossing on, flexing on people. You know what I'm talking about? They just be flexing that love, that black love. You know what I'm talking about? That's a good thing. Let's give black love a round of applause. I gotta give it some crap anyway. But I'm telling you though, man, before these girls get on here, and I'm sure Ivory gonna bring it back up and we can rehash it, but ooh-wee, Kanye West. Ooh, doggy. Ooh, doggy, 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 dog. Now, I didn't know that him and Pete was good friends before all of this. I didn't know that. Who would know that? We not in their business like that, like whatever. So that might explain why he's so mad. Nigga getting your girl's bed, talking about, I'm with your bitch. He didn't say that, but I'm with your girl. And however he said it, y'all know what he said. But everybody wanna. I seen posts talking about some. Everyone wants to tech Kanye, and he's one of ours. Well, he need to act like one of ours. You know what I'm saying? He need to act like it. This ain't brand. This ain't new to black men across the country at all. It's not nothing new with child support and custody rights and visitation rights. And actually, it's not just even a black man thing. It's a man thing. But Kanye need to man the fuck up. Excuse my French. He need to man up, man, for real. Especially if you found out. I mean, if Pete was your boy at one time, that calls for fisticuffs. That calls for fisticuffs. It don't call for you getting on the internet telling people your plans, or I got money to send people to hurt you. That sounds stupid. Nigga, do you? But see, Kanye is not a street guy, and he'll tell you that. If you watch the documentary, he'll tell you that. You know, he'll be around them folks, and I guess if he can call on them, they'll be there for him. I ain't tripping on that either, but I'm just saying, man, you not cut from that cloth. But you never know what a man do when it comes to his kids and the welfare of his kids. You can back somebody in the corner, and they're going to come out swinging, for real. So I understand that part, too. But, bruh, if he don't get off the social media and go see Pete himself, he can't even go do that right now. Because if anything happened to Pete, it's been all over social media that Kanye want Yeezy want to get at him. Man, I would have handled that all together different, bro. He should have handled that all together different. And his G's in his corner, well, wait a minute. Even the people in his corner can't say too much to him. I remember when Dave Chappelle and Damon Dash and all them folks tried to holler at him, and he's his own dude, as you can see in his documentary. He is his own dude. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Here's a little secret too. Some person here in hip hop land said that back in the day, everybody named Mama wanted to put their hands on Kanye because of his attitude, because of the way he was. And I could see that. I could see the narcissism. I could see the only child syndrome. And you could see him hurting because his mama not here too. So I don't know, man. If y'all got any dialogue on what Kanye should do, give us a call, 1-513-788-2534, and let us know what you think Kanye should do. Should he go whoop Pete's ass? Should he get his billionaire money together and fight that girl head on, stay out of social media, or what? Oh, and one more thing. I don't agree with Kim talking about the social media ain't the place for this and that. Girl. You got famous off of social media showing your ass with Ray J. So that's annoying and void for me. Girl, bye. And Kanye, quit fooling with them other people, man. As you can see, them other people ain't your friends. They're not your friends. You can wear that red hat all you want to. But Negro, billionaire or not, you still gonna get flack. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Anyway, we'll switch it up when they come back. We'll go back to that when they come back. But I also want to give a round of applause to the people in Cincinnati, rappers and everybody that's doing their thing for music. I always can shout out the boys GKFM. They're on tour. I think they're in Nashville tonight. It was in Alabama the other night. So they out there really doing tours. Not knocking nobody. We're not knocking nobody. Everybody keep doing what they're doing. But you're going to have to do a show outside of the Madison, whatever it is, over Kentucky, to be considered doing this, a tour. I guess you could do the shows and everything is popping. If you get them to sell out and do what they do, that's what is happening. So we're not knocking that. I just saw a couple posts today that just like, I think I need to say something on the air. I even posted it on Facebook about accolades. Now, a couple of you rappers are making some noise and doing some things. Right now, those are called accolades. That's what they call. So accolades. So you soak that up, be appreciative of it, and keep it pushing because your journey ain't stopped yet. So for people to make some accomplishments and then consider them the GOAT and consider ain't nobody fooling with them and this, that, and the third, man, you on the wrong page, bro. You was on the wrong page. Focus in on your craft, hone in on what you're doing because you're doing stuff right, and keep it pushing, man. And keep it pushing. Those little comments right there, believe it or not, in this fickle city, man, that'll turn people off. The first thing they're going to say is, you ain't gone nowhere. You ain't done nothing. You know how many people done did this and done that? And you might not care about that. Those things might not touch your ears. It might even touch your spirit, or you know what I'm saying? But in this numbers game with this social media and these people who you want to gravitate to you, change your tone, your verbiage. You need to change your lingo, your language. You got to do that. It's a lot jumping off today, man. They found that boy went to court. What's his name? I didn't think of his name. They didn't give his name. Oh yeah, Deshaun Brown. I don't know, and supposedly that's a family member of mine. Letitia Lattimore and the baby, supposedly, but neither here nor there. I think that boy gonna get the death penalty. I don't understand how you could throw a baby off the bridge in the Ohio River and then stab your girl. And kill her like that. I don't understand that at all. I don't think nobody will ever will. So we don't wish death on nobody. That's for God and the courts to decide, but that's what he's looking at. And I don't care how nice and how cooperative you are being now. You wasn't being cooperative when you threw that baby off the bridge and killed that girl. So I don't see that's not up for me for sympathy and remorse. That's not our department. But I'm glad he's going to jail and face what he's faced. I mean, going to court and facing what he's facing. The outcome is what it is. So that is that. We talk about basketball. Right quick, I'm gonna hit everything till these girls come. They are so late, man. The Lakers, they're saying the Lakers might maybe still be able to make the playoffs. Oh my gosh. I agree with you. I put up a post the other day about was LeBron James the greatest player of all time, the GOAT. It's funny how people throwing that word around GOAT with any and everything, whether it be music, whether it be entertainment, whether it be sports, the GOAT. And I didn't want to come off like I was a LeBron basher. I respect LeBron's game on and off the court, and he is breaking records and on course to break Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record for all-time points. The man got 4 rings, 4 MVPs, All-Star, this, that, and the third. So if you was going by stats, then you possibly could have the argument that LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. And I think that's passing Wilt Chamberlain and all of that too. So stat-wise, you might be able to give it to him like that. But you have to consider the greatest of all time, even in other categories like rap. Who's your top 10 rapper? Who's the greatest rapper of all time? It's always the Biggie Tupac argument, and everybody wants to base it on different things. They need to have a criteria set for the media, social media, on what it means to be the greatest of all time. Because some use off the court, and what was the word Donna used? Philanthropy. What we're trying to do as far as this land and get into all of that rich stuff, that wealthy stuff. Yes, we're trying to get into all of that. But his philanthropy work, you know, how he carries himself off the court, how he speaks up for social injustices amongst for black folks. So it's a whole lot that goes into that on a personal basis. So you could never say who's the GOAT. There could never be a GOAT or greatest of all time. There's just too many people with too many opinions and criteria for this. So, but we do give LeBron James his shout out. You know, give him a round of applause. Here's LeBron James. I'm talking about one of the best to ever do it. You know, I'm a true Laker fan before all of that. You know, and I didn't think he was a good fit for the Lakers or his surrounding teammates. You know, it's been a struggle for them. I think Brooklyn Nets probably jump on in. Let's give what's the boy named Kyrie? Is that his name? I don't know how you say his name. I'm just on the spot. But they showed trying to fool with him in that COVID, not being able to play at away games or the home games, either or. He can't play in one of them, and they still doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And when he come in, he doing his thing. He walked in the other day in the game. I forget who was playing, but this nigga come in the second quarter, middle or the first part of the second quarter, and shut the show down like a diva. You know, all Tupac, all eyes on him. I said, ain't this about nothing? That's what it do, though, because them people shouldn't have been fooling with you about no goddamn COVID in the first place. And I'm so sick of it. And where is everybody at now? COVID is still around, but like we were saying on the show, Negroes, the vaccines ain't no answer. It's not no answer. Everybody don't get it like that. They came back with reports of how the CDC had inflated the COVID deaths, anything and everything. They was blaming on COVID. They had to backtrack that shit. And people don't get it. I don't understand why you would trust an organization like the CDC. I don't understand why you would trust anything that these government officials are saying to you, any one of them, Republican and Democratic. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Oh, switching back to Kanye, right quick. I'm all over the place. Hey, I'm by myself, so switching back over to Kanye right quick and DL Hughley. DL Hughley been going hard on him, and I keep up with all the podcasts and different podcasts and Hip Hop Uncensored. They was like one of the first. I don't want to say small, but up and coming podcast that had DL Hughley on there, and one dude is real cool with him, but he had to come out and say like DL Hughley's on some bull crap. And when I went to go see DL Hughley, he was funny, but I did get the feeling like he keep staying on niggas' backs, man, with these jokes and so forth. And he was riding hard for them Democrats. And believe it or not, people, politicians will pay influencers and celebrities substantial amount of money for them to push their agenda some way or somehow through your platform. We agree as BS. We ain't gonna do that. If anything, if somebody would come at us with that, we gonna definitely put them on the show. and make it do what it do, because I don't even like none of that. I don't care about no damn Republican. I don't give a damn about no damn Democrat. I don't give a damn about none of that shit, because all you motherfuckers is the same. When you get on the internet and the TV, oh, you want to battle back and forth, this, that, and the third. But as soon as them cameras go off, you motherfuckers are going to get Wagyu steaks and doing whatever other creepy ass shit y'all be doing to fuck up the community, to fuck up the world. Excuse me, and I'm feeling it right now. That's what they doing. But anyway, oh my goodness. Look what came into the room. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Tanya and Capri a round of applause for doing her diva shit as every weekend. See you out there, honey. How was your Wednesday to Wednesday?
Sheesh. You know, I'm a single mother. I've been going to work.
You got
I've been
grown
working
kids,
and I've been
though.
working.
You got grown
Nah, I
kids.
still be working.
You spoiled them boys, ain't you? Yeah.
Said what?
You spoiled them boys, don't you?
Nah. It's like, you know, as a mother, I do what I'm supposed to do, but at the same time, nah, I don't play all that. Like, you know, I try to make sure that they on their shit, you know what I'm saying, and they know they got a strong support system within their mother, because a lot of kids don't have a strong support system. Like,
okay, I just didn't want you to be one of the mamas that's still breastfeeding your kids.
heck, bro, I couldn't even, hey, that's some funny shit though, Grizz. When my kids was born, I tried that shit for like 2 weeks. I couldn't go. I don't know how a bitch is breastfeeding a 5-year-old. Like, where
5-year-old, 10-year-old. Like, hey man,
that shit's weird.
if I was a man, like, look at him, man. What are you doing? Both of us.
Imagine being a husband to a woman that's still sitting there with a big ass kid sucking her titties. Like,
Oh, it ain't going down. I'd be sucking on some other titties. Them titties is out of commission for me, buddy. That's a no good. I'm not gonna be arguing with this little nigga over this titty, man. It ain't gonna be no, you get the right titty, I get the left titty. No, that ain't gonna work, player. It's two different types. No, we can't even. Woo, never mind.
At that point, them titties, them nipples is worn out.
They
By a kid sucking on nipples for 5 to 10 years. They got wear and tear like some tires.
Woo.
That's some funny shit. But then, now this is some real shit that happened to me, even speaking on some shit like that. So why when I was younger and I met my husband, his brothers, one of his brothers was like 5 years old, and the other one was like about like 9. Why them niggas was still drinking bottles every night?
Yeah, there's women like that. There's,
like real life getting milk bottles, like.
Yeah, I've seen that. I think it's lack of poor parenting. Or
like,
lazy. I don't know.
That's but like a 3 having a pacifier. My kids was off of that at 6 months. They was off bottles by a year. I wasn't playing that shit.
That's the way my grandbaby is. Jamie don't play that shit. They don't play that with that pacifier, none of that stuff. And my grandson, he throw temper tantrums. He's so spoiled. And he's a dog baby. But boy, when he can't get his way, Lord have mercy. I had to put him
in Papa said he get his way. I seen that.
I do. He do get his way. But there be times like his mama or somebody say something and he don't like it, he'll start fussing at you. Okay? Like little Negro. And then he'll start screaming and you're like, okay, it's time for you to go upstairs and go to bed. That's what it is over Pawpaw house.
Nah, he's definitely your grandson then.
Yes.
He ain't taking nobody's shit. They need to quit leaving him with you.
Most definitely. He would tell anybody anything like no. And now that he know the difference between yes and no, And if he wants you to have something and you don't want it, he'll come up to you and mumble something and tell you, okay? Okay, and say it just like that. Like, okay, like, dude,
Like
sit
you
your little
check
grown ass down. For
you.
real.
Check you. You've been here.
Hey, well, what's up with what's your take on Kanye?
Man, I swear, Grizz, I was gonna ask you your opinion about that. I wanted to ask you and Ivory equally because I'm really feeling some type of way about it. I'm on Kanye's side, actually.
Okay, you
You know
feeling you
why?
why? Why?
I just feel like in society, black men don't ever have a voice when it comes to their kids. And just even recently, I've been seeing a lot of stories of where the man is literally fighting for his kids and then look up and the baby mama and the boyfriend or the baby mama are being harmed the kids where he was trying to get the courts and CPS, well, children's services, I mean. But like trying to get them involved, and next thing you know, he got to deal with his child being dead because nobody looked at him. They looked at the fact that that was the mother, and the mother automatically gets rights.
Yeah, they automatically get
I
right. I
feel
don't think.
men and women should have the same rights towards their children.
But
And
you know what though, Tyann? It's not only a black thing; it's a man thing.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about nothing. I'm talking about men in general.
Yeah,
Like, I know a lot of men that are great fathers that because the baby mama mad or she mad because she feel like he was controlling her and now she got her power. She got her own power. You know, or her own sense of self-confidence or whatever you want to call it. And then now she want to withhold the child. Oh, I'm in control now. I got the babies. I'm gonna tell you when you can see your child.
hey, man, that's been going on for a long time.
That shit's not cool.
I was talking about it early before you got on, um, and like I said, I think Kanye. I understand what people talking about because I seen the post that if he one of ours, we should be he rooting for him. He one of ours and so forth.
It's
And
not
I'm
even about that.
it ain't. It is, but it ain't. My thing is this. This ain't nothing new. Like you said, this been going on for men for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
Their
Yeah.
rights always get taken away no matter what the circumstances, just because the mother is the mother. Once you have a title, you could be the most unfit parent. Like, it has to be taken to the full extreme for them to take the children away from the mother. And the father could be showing up. He could be bringing in receipts of what he spent on the kids. He could show videos of how much time he spent with the kid. The kids could tell the court like they love their daddy, blah blah blah. They give the kids to the mother.
Automatically, them judges don't want
Yeah.
to hear none of that. I've seen that so many times. Saying like you said, receipts. Even before me and my wife did our thing. You know what I'm saying? I hadn't been through it with child support. It just so happened that we worked it out and I married her, so that shit went down the drain. But before then, and it wasn't. And I'm not gonna sit here and say it was all her. It's all when you raising a kid, or a kid, you're new to this as parents. You knew, so everything is
Parents got to be on the same page.
yeah. And if you're not, you're gonna have this. And men might be spiteful because she done moved on,
Exactly.
or he might be spiteful. She might be spiteful because he done moved on, and people forget there's kids involved. But
It goes
Kanye,
both ways, but and then, you know, at the end of the day, that does even because people. I don't know why people think the kids are stupid. So say you got like a 5-year-old, and you playing with the daddy and keeping the 5-year-old away from the daddy. But you think because it's a kid that he don't know no better. Like, kids know what ages they when they can speak and when they can't, because of course you train them that way. You know what I mean? Initially.
mm-hmm.
So you go keep playing with the baby daddy and keeping the kid away from him, acting like the kid don't know. Then when the kid get in his teens and they start going crazy, you gonna blame the daddy because the daddy wasn't around, but really you kept the baby from the daddy. So now everything is the daddy's fault.
Everything is the daddy's fault. But being a black man with $1 billion plus of money, you would think that instead of being on social media talking about he gonna beat Pete's ass or meet up this and that, he need to take a back seat to all social media when it comes to dealing with Kim Kardashian and Pete and the kids. He need to go ahead and take that money. What
you got to get his perspective though. So with him, first of all, he's really a private person. And all the years they've been taping the Kardashians, Kanye was rarely caught on camera. Like he wasn't really into it, but he let himself be caught on camera. Like he a Gemini too, so he was making his presence known. He ain't been like, they've been going on their little text battles and shit like that. But now he at the point he like, that's all the Kardashians do is air their dirty laundry on TV. And that's the only thing and the only approach that they will like, only thing they'll pay attention to is what I'm trying to say. They love the media. That's how they live their lives. That's how they get paid, is living through the media. So if I don't try to talk to you rationally, and I'm a rational person, Kanye, even when he could, Geminis, they could be irrational, but they're very rational first. So if he tried to tell you like, hey, I just want to see my kids. Can like he said, he asked, can his kids come to church? Hey, you ain't gonna let his kids come to church?
No.
Like, what is you on?
Because he on that mess. And we don't know both sides of the story. We know Kanye can be extreme, but like I said, he need to back up off of social media, take that $1 billion money that he got, and go fight that girl to get rights and visitations, because he's not going to be able to get custody of them kids. Maybe some joint custody or this or that, but he's making it hard by going back and forth and starting shit with the Pete dude. And I understand that Pete might have been his friend, but just right now, she on social media talking about her happiness and confirms that Pete got her name tatted on his chest. Man.
Did you see the text where Pete had texted Kanye and he took a picture of him laying in the bed?
Oh,
and
yeah.
He was like, I'm laying in the bed with your wife right now.
Now, see, that's the type of stuff that a real nigga, I would not be on social media. A real nigga, if I got a real nigga, I'm not talking to you on social media, bitch. Now you done really crossed the freaking line, and I'm coming to get you. I'm coming to see you. Believe that. I'm coming to see you. I am coming to see you. I'm coming to see you. Ain't no talking on no social media shit. And none of that shit. You didn't cross the line. And he was supposed to be his brother too.
Once you start threatening me and threatening my family, it's over.
No, sir. No, sir. I let that shit die down on social media. I let it die down. But that picture and that text is always gonna be in my imprint in my brain. So, nigga, until it's
that's
gone.
what the hell Kanye West gets for being in that woman business. Guess what? Once she said that she was done with that relationship, it's time to mind your business. Period. Anything outside of them kids don't need to be a discussion on either party.
Talk about though, Ivory, because that's being like over the course of the last week. That's what he's been saying. Even if you looked at the text between him and Pete, he was saying
Kanye West he's a clout chaser. That man is a billionaire. It is no reason for him to be on social media.
Kardashian a clout chaser.
No, he is a clout chaser because she ain't the one in the media with all the nonsense. No matter what she's doing, he's the one that's giving her he's giving her all the fame that she could possibly want. She ain't even speaking on these situations. This is how I see it. I'm gonna just be real. I'm speaking from a person with a baby daddy situation, right? Have had for years. My first daughter, her daddy is just who he is. So I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, there was never a time where I felt the need to address, question, or be concerned about anything that he did personally. Rather it affected me or my child, I would never publicly address any of it. So I'm just gonna be, and I'm broke as hell. So I'm just gonna say that somebody with Kanye West kind of money, if he really feel as strong as he do, there's a lawyer to hire to do all these things for you in discretion and in the court of law. Only thing you're doing right now is fueling the fire. You're giving your kids bad memories that they got to remember. All of this stuff went through social media when this was an adult conversation that could have been had. If you don't like what Kim Kardashian doing, do what every other rich person does and hire a fucking lawyer and do that shit in court. You come to social media to us, to the black people, the same people you don't pay no attention to. So what, you want your kids to come to court? I mean, to church. We don't give a damn. I couldn't care less. I don't care. Because guess why? If it was that much of a priority to you, you would have parental visitation in place and you wouldn't be on social media crying to us. You'll be in the courtroom telling a judge why legally you need to have right to have shared parenting with your co-parent. It's simple as that. Before you bring it to social media,
they on some bougie shit. They on some rich people shit. Like, you know you rich when you ain't gonna do the, like, where a normal white person or a rich person, well, I say an average person, they got enough money to sue your ass, they gonna sue your ass. They gonna fight you in court. They on some Cali
and
shit.
Then,
Hollywood.
the reason why I also feel like Kanye is a clout chaser is because Kim said herself, like, you was just here taking these kids to school. Like, quit getting on social media pretending like you can't see your kids. If it's her choice to say no, I don't. Now, we all know that Kanye West is mentally damaged right now. Like, he does need mental help. He needs to cater to his mental health, right? So what woman in her right mind finna keep letting her kids go with somebody that's mentally unstable? I wouldn't care what your title is to my kids. If you're not mentally stable, I wouldn't care if you was Kanye West, Wild West, or whoever else, you ain't finna have no one-on-one access with my kids, especially in an anger state at the mother. You know how many times the other parent, the other angry parent gets the kids and does horrendous things to the kids to spite the parent? Like, no, I'm not against nothing that's going on. If that man feel like he needs to have legal rights to his kids, go to court, prove that you're mentally stable to be with your kids one-on-one, and go pick your kids up like every other baby daddy do. You didn't want to get treated like a baby daddy. You should have went over there and married them folks.
Everybody baby daddy do.
Yeah.
That cat Grizz weak. You know he high. This Negro is high as the cost of gas right now.
I was about to repeat it until he said something. I was like, what did he say? Fast. That's what baby daddy do. What baby daddy do.
Do what every other baby daddy do. Sit your bitch ass down until you go to court. Because I know now, I'm gonna be real. I know that determined parents, I don't care if it's the mother, the father, whomever, determined parents, that's exactly what they do. They finna go to court about theirs. Oh, I can't see my kids? Well, I see you in court. And that's what they do.
Like, our parents, they get their kids taken away legally. I done seen motherfuckers really grind it out. Like, hey, hell no.
Yeah.
You know?
So I don't know. I don't feel bad for Kanye. Like I said, number one is he got rich people problems. I ain't finna engage in that, nigga. You ain't got no custody problems when you $1 billion nigga. You got, I'm not having my way. I'm having a temper tantrum. That's because I'm not having my way the way I want to have my way.
So you agree with DL?
The proper would have been like,
I don't agree. And I'm gonna be real. I don't agree with anybody, but I don't disagree with anybody either. But Kanye does need to find a different way to address his parental custodial issues instead of quit doing that on social media. Because what I also will say is he's also giving media and everybody else just enough fuel for it to continue to be an in-court uphill battle. If you keep getting on social media with all these outbursts and all of this, can't keep your private affairs out of the public eye, she's going to always have grounds to stand on in court.
Like, look at
her
him.
sex
He
tape.
on there praying right now. Like the
That sex tape was before he had them kids. So you had them kids with her long after you knew she had a sex tape. Don't bring that up. I don't want to hear that bullshit in court. That girl had that sex tape back before I had a damn kid.
Well,
so I don't want to hear that shit.
What my argument would be is this.
That's probably
Bitch,
why it was
you
weird.
can't sit there, excuse my French ladies, but you can't sit there and tell me nothing about no goddamn social media when your ass got famous off of it, fucking Ray J. I'm just saying.
That wasn't at her discretion. That was something that he did. I'm gonna be real. Like that was a relationship that they were engaged in. People do all kind of strange and unusual shit in that relationship. And this video recording yourself is something that you take pleasure in during your sexual activity. That's supposed to stay between those two people. She didn't release that tape. He did. So I mean, that don't say much to me either. Ray J was just a weak ass nigga that he got so mad she took that good twat and went on about her business that he want to release the tape to try to defame her character.
Y'all see how y'all women do? Y'all see how y'all women do? Y'all see how y'all women do?
He defamed her character because he couldn't have it.
That girl had something to do, and her mama had something to do with that tape being leaked. That's a
no, they did not. But what they did have something to do with was ensuring that she got the maximum profit off of that tape being released. Since it's already out, you might as well get the money. If you hold on, let me say this. If you remember during that time, do you remember when it was big on daytime TV with all the young college girls literally selling their virginity for millions of dollars to all these rich people? You remember that was all around that time frame, right? You remember that? They had these girls on talk shows. They was on Dr. Phil. They was on a lot of large, really big talk shows.
There was a virgin on Dr. Phil, wasn't it? And she wanted to sell her her pocketbook for to the highest bidder.
So he just said it just clicked. I had totally forgot about that.
So
that's why I'm the bitch with the news you can use, because I don't forget.
That goes to my point. That goes to my point.
That was
whatever it was the time to throw their bid in, and they pushed some fishing pole into the pond.
So I said that to say this. I said that to say this. They have paved the way. They paved the way for Backstage to become what it was. They paved the way for all of these sugar daddy websites to become what they were, because these people were legally advertising on a large scale their virginity for a paid rate. Okay, that's prostitution at its fucking finest. If this ain't America, what the fuck is? Okay.
I said today the 3 P's. The 3 P's are pimping, politicians, and pastors.
And who?
Pastors. I should say the 4 P, because the 4th P is the pocketbook. We just, ladies and gentlemen,
he said pastors.
Let's give a round of applause. It is 4 P's instead of 3 P's that run the world. That's what it is.
So I'm being serious though. You got to really look at how some of these trends really originated. You got to remember who the fuck Kim Kardashian really is when it comes to that realm of lifestyle. We talking from a broke Black person perspective. Okay, let's just call it what this is.
That's what I
when you put that woman on the stage with all them multi-millionaires that's hanging out in LA, taking trips to Barbados for the weekend and all of this, so forth, from private jets and carrying on, baby, they business above my pay grade.
Hey, let me tell y'all something.
We don't get paid enough.
Hold on. You know, we're going to be going to all of this stuff that you're talking about, right? Because they're coming at our door. I had this conversation with somebody the other day. So we're saying it right now on GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE that when we get to all these places, because we getting there, I want you two girls to remain the same. You understand me? Remain the same all the way across the board, because they coming. Somebody asked me, said, man, what you going to do when they come for you? I have a female friend, and she has a business, and she got put in touch with some people that's going to change her life, and she is worried about this Illuminati and all this stuff, this, that, the third, and blah, blah, blah.
I'm going to stand 10 toes down to everything. I've already established who I am and what I stand for on the GRIZZBY is my 2 cents show. Now, whatever they don't like, they going to have to edit because I said the shit when I said it. You understand me?
Yes, I do understand you very clearly. And that's where, let's give ourselves a round of applause because I'm telling you, man, you cannot offer me anything that I ain't did but damn self. Shit, the devil probably up mad like this nigga than I already.
I already done did the shit.
And be like Jesus. Now I done had a little money, but I'm not gonna be doing no goofy shit for no money. So, well, like I told her, I said when the people come for you, you just keep grinding and doing what you're doing. That means you was doing something. For them to come check you out, that means you're doing something right. So now, man, we'll keep on grinding. But anyway, yeah, the Kardashians, they in that circle, man, and he playing a deadly game, like you said, on the social media. But enough about that guy. I just wanted to touch on it for a minute. I hope he gets what he's looking for, what they looking for, because it's obviously, like you said, a media circle.
That shit's stupid to me because all you gonna do is create more animosity.
I think it's a slap.
Well, what I will say,
right now.
What I will say is what they have said about many musicians is you create your best work when you're having your deepest heartache. And this, ladies and gentlemen, must be the most extremest heartache he's ever had because the Donda 2 album is on fucking fire. The whole album is a lot of beats, it's a lot of lyrics, it's a lot of collabs, it's a lot of everything. But the album,
so like Charlamagne the guy said, like this is just a goddamn publicity.
Listen, no, I'm not gonna say that because before I said that the album was fantastic, I said that in your worst heartache, you create some of your best work. That's the world of being an entertainer. That's what is said about being an entertainer. So I do really believe that Kanye is heartbroken. It is causing him a lot of mental anguish. I think for the wrong reasons, though. However, I mean, buy a new bitch. You feel me? Like you Kanye, fuck it. It is what it is. She don't want you no more.
His kids though, for real. I think he. You know how when you break up with a motherfucker, when you in a relationship and you got a kid by somebody. You go through phases. Like you go through the phase of missing the person first. I mean, you gonna miss the person and your kids initially, but it'd be more about y'all relationship because of course y'all was together longer before y'all had the kids. So you go through that part. Then it becomes like, all right, bitch, I'm realizing we ain't gonna work this shit out. Now I'm worried about my kid. But you probably done fucked up in the first stage of letting go of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? You probably was talking a little reckless, pulling up randomly still or whatever.
Yeah, well, he had already emotionally detached himself from the relationship. So it is what it is after that point. You know, emotionally, that's the last thing as women we let go. So it's probably the physical part has probably been over with. You know what I mean? The sensual part has probably been over with. There is no more meeting other minds in any other place of the home. And once it's gone out of the bedroom, it's that relationship is done.
Yeah,
it is what it is. But you know, like he said, enough about that guy. I was just speaking on the album because truly he must be with some hurt feelings because this is one of the best albums Kanye has released of his own albums because he's a dynamite producer, dynamite when it comes to being a producer. But this album was lit. So I'm gonna give him that just because this is where we talk about the music shit. But you know, enough about me. You guys have anything else you'd like to discuss, or should we go a little bit into some news?
Hold on.
I'm ready.
If your news don't go, your boy Jussie Smollett.
We've been done with Jussie Smollett. We knew Jussie was taking to jail when we found out, when we seen the recordings and the videos and the text message snapshots and all of that, we already knew this Negro was going to jail. Plus, on top of that, he a black man in Hollywood. So it wasn't going to be a whole lot keeping him out of jail except some money. And I guess the money got him.
Where
The least amount of time he could get.
Could have said whatever he said. That shit was
Man, fuck Jussie. Listen,
I thought he was doing
fuck all that.
an acting scene for real. I like, hey, man, is this nigga serious?
He shouldn't have did that. He shouldn't have did that publicity stunt like that, and he wouldn't be finna go sit his goofy ass down in the county. But that's gonna be like a day on a picnic for somebody in a real penitentiary, because y'all know he gonna get luxury suite when it comes to where he going.
They said they trying to get him out. They had on the day, they talking about, the lawyers talking about, y'all call the jail and then they requested y'all free him. I said,
that's why you got your fist in the hand. The lawyer did like shit like that with his fist up.
I said, hey man, I've never heard a lawyer get on TV or anything and tell the people to call and tell them to free Jussie. Like, are you serious? That was a crazy
publicity. What'd you say? Publicity, politics, bullshit, something like that in that order. But you know,
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, was he about to get ridden off an empire or some shit that he had to pull this whole stunt? Like,
well, the show was getting ready to be over, but I don't think. I don't know. I don't know what would prompt somebody to do something so foolish. That was just a rookie move to me. Like, come on, bro. It's a lot of other things you could do to get your Instagram likes up. You feel what I'm saying? You can get some more subscribers a different way. You ain't got to be that extreme.
You ain't just look over
Instagram likes
off that motherfucker. Like, the fuck?
Hey, he was too thirsty to have some Instagram likes, so I'm cool on him.
Cool. That's what's up. Hey, little doll baby.
Yeah.
Hi. She said hi. Looking like a dead. Hey, let's go with the news you can use.
All right, so I want to talk about Peter Spencer. So we kind of heard about Peter Spencer back in February. Peter Spencer went to a camp site with some co-workers, friends, mostly Caucasian people, and didn't make it back home. He was murdered at the campsite, and they're now saying it was a justified homicide by being self-defense. They say that Peter was at this event waving an AK-47, giving orders to the other camp goers, ordering them down on the ground, being threatening with his AK-47, also firing shots into the air. Shortly after that, he was basically confronted by one of the other camp goers, and he was shot 9 times with a 9mm handgun. So the city of Pennsylvania, is now calling this a justified homicide, and there are going to be no charges pursued. It seems like it's the definite way of the Pennsylvania area. His family is very heartbroken and disheartened about it. Yeah, he was a black guy. College student, good job, invited on this camping trip. You remember the black lady, something like that happened to her. She was in a group of, she was the only black person in a group of Caucasian friends. And she went to a sleepover. They were all like soccer moms or something. She went to a sleepover, never made it home. Same type of thing, except this was a young black guy. So we're seeing ramifications of some of these guilty verdicts happen. You know how it goes. If one get found guilty, they'll get away with about 10 more before the next one get found guilty. We'll see.
So the black dude went in the camp with the AK, acting foolish?
That's what they say. That's what the witnesses say. They said they questioned 4 different witnesses, and they all basically said that he was the aggressor in the situation with this AK-47. So they're not going to be pursuing any charges on behalf of this young man. However, he hasn't had anyone to speak on his behalf of what his side of the story was on why he may have become aggressive or threatening or whatever. So we won't hear that side. This is just the aftermath of what we know.
That's a warning to black folk. Now, we're not prejudiced, but come on, man. You can't be the only Negro in a group full of white people. You can't be. There's no way. There's no way in hell. No way in hell.
I'm not going to say that statement is entirely true. I also won't say that statement is entirely false. I think he was with the wrong group of white people to be left alone with, especially when they in the
Soccer
open
moms,
field
though?
with some weapons involved.
Soccer moms, right? Soccer moms. Kids like you and I have, they take them to the same goddamn soccer team.
Yeah.
If something happened to that black lady, them women had something vicious had to happen. They had to be vicious people. And then allegedly, I mean, you don't know.
Well, she was found in the yard the next day or something like that, Joey.
Yeah. See, that's some crazy stuff.
She was found in the yard the next day, supposedly after not returning home, and so that the suspicion was that she was drunk or intoxicated and fell from the deck on the back of the house and fell to her death that way. So what I'm saying, that's what they said in that situation. But this situation was just he got shot 9 times. Now I don't know if they justifying the 9 shots because he had that automatic weapon or why, but why did he need to be shot 9 times? I don't know.
Hold on. Did he shoot anybody?
No.
Okay.
He shot into the air.
Was it a holiday or something?
No holiday.
I'm like, was it the 4th of July?
No, this just happened in February. So unless he was shooting up in the air because he was happy for Valentine's Day, then no.
But he was shooting in the air. And so they just start popping him.
They ain't start popping him. They said after he shot in the air that that's when he became aggressive with the crowd. He just had a threatening demeanor. He was ordering people on the campsite to get down on the ground or whatever because he was unsatisfied with the bonfire is the story that they gave. It just don't seem like it, but they did say that there was weed and mushrooms involved. So, you know, sometimes people be hallucinating and things go on when you take those different psychedelic drugs. So that could have been the case, but we don't know.
Yeah. Gotta leave them damn mushrooms alone. We got the little one here right now. We can't tell the story, but ooh, Lord, remind me.
Yeah, don't tell that story.
Let me tell you about the time you did the mushroom tea. Ooh, doggy. Doggy. But yeah.
All right, so I want to try to squeeze in a little bit of more of news you can use before our time is up, and I want to talk about Netflix. We already know that the fees are.
Oh, the fees, yeah. The
Netflix fees are going up. They're charging, I think it's It's a $20 rate now for a subscription. Right now, they're also testing a fee for having subscribers outside of the household, meaning if you give your Netflix password to somebody that's not in your home, you're going to get charged for that. For every, they haven't said exactly. It's in testing phase, but just look forward to having fleas from Netflix when you have multiple people logged into the account that are not in the home.
Netflix is turning into something else, man.
They trying to control everything.
Netflix is not playing. Well, guess what? I'm gonna say across the board. Hold on. Just so that we don't try to bash Netflix too much, you got to think about everything, every network, everything. Every single thing that we do in life, the price is consistently raising. We talked about grocery stores. We talked about gas prices. We talked, the only thing that's getting cheaper is luxury items, clothes, shoes. You're getting better quality of those things from lower end department stores. But as far as everything else, it's a necessity. The price is just rising and rising and rising. We don't see no end in sight.
You know how my dad used to always say is wants and needs. So the things you want is less. The things you need is higher when it used to be different.
No, I'm doing something. I'm busy. You're not being
I still think they're being bullies, though. I still think they're being bullies. But hey, what can you do?
Y'all see this baby bullying me out of my thing.
We see who she had to go get her crown
too. She said she a star.
She went to go get her crown.
I said she can't be the dag. Like, can I get 30 minutes over here?
Right. She said we're going to share the spotlight. She went and got her crown and everything.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna talk about this last person because y'all remember the Kimono brothers, the governor for New York, and his brother that worked for CNN for all those years, and how he got fired behind the whole scandal with his brother, right? So your boy done filed $125 million lawsuit against the CNN network for wrongful termination and disparaging his character.
Wow.
$125 million. Okay. He like, y'all stop playing with me. Don't play with my name. Put some respect on it. He slid up in there like Birdman. Y'all gonna put some respect on my name, okay?
Boy, I'm reading up right now.
Slid up in that spot like y'all gonna quit playing with me. So Jesus Christ, y'all almost poke my eye out right here. Y'all see parental abuse. If y'all see me with an eye patch on,
Please help me with this smoke.
She's trying to make you a queen too. She's trying to put the crown on her mommy head.
That's what's up.
I can't take her serious. But yeah, so Chris, come on. I did not get a chance to get an update on the brother and where that case is currently as far as in the court system. But I want to say it must be looking good for him if he, felt strongly enough to go ahead and pursue this lawsuit, because CNN is a huge network and $125 million ain't nothing to them. That's a drop in the bucket. Okay. So if he's willing to go up against CNN about this big money, it must be worth it.
Yeah, he ain't playing with them.
That's what's up. So, Irie, how we gonna do this next week? We'll talk about it. You gonna go ahead and do your video, and we're gonna have to edit it and do whatever. And then me and Diane will probably have to dissect it.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's gonna be my last live attendance just for a little bit, until I get back, on a different schedule. Right now, I just gotta get to the money. The money calling me. I gotta be where the money is at 7 p.m. But I'm gonna do what I got to do. So in turn, I'm still gonna be bringing y'all the news you can use, just from another location.
You might even just call in, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Hey, Diane, what about the people that you reached out to? They still ain't reached back out to you? We ain't got to say no names, but they still ain't reached back out?
Oh, I gotta tell you something. I'll talk to you after we get out. I'm about to text y'all in the group chat.
Okay. That's what's
Sounds
up.
good.
Y'all not about to believe this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
okay. I'll say on a different note, I do have a couple people interested in some interviews. I do plan on linking everybody together so we can see what the mutual interest is. Just some small ventures, but every move is the next best move. So we're gonna roll with it and get people a little bit of screenplay while we pick their brains and see what we can learn and what we can get in return. So we'll get everything linked up. But
that's what we got. That's why we do what we're doing. If you notice, let's give ourselves a round of applause. We had 500 so we put in this work. So we do the interviews for who rocks with us. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
Oh, I do. 1 minute. I'm sorry. I gotta give a special. It's not even special, but it's a real condolences to the Braxton sisters. They did lose Tracy Braxton to her battle with cancer, which they did keep private during the ongoing process. But she did succumb to cancer this past week. We know that she had children, had a loving family that was near and dear to her. So, just sending out some positive vibe and vibrations to the Braxton sisters as they mourn respectfully in this time.
Yeah, that's what's up. I told you that was my favorite Braxton. I used to come home from memories and catch up on the Braxton. She was my girl, man.
Yeah,
I rocked with Tracy. I thought she had the most sense out of all them damn girls.
She did.
I think she was the most down to earth of the sisters. She was the most realistic and relatable of the sisters, and I think she. With her being just real as how she was, that was what made her relatable. So yeah, I think when we watched the Braxton sisters and we were able to see them, on the TV, in their light, she was very relatable and respectful, and she was just a good person. She was kind-hearted. So it was sad to see, it happens, but just condolences to them. Oh, and I gotta tell y'all, if you thought it was safe to avoid high gas prices by using Uber or Lyft, they have also added surcharge in the spike of the new gas prices. So guess what? Yeah, they putting a surcharge on top of your fare.
What?
For the high gas.
I guess you got to do it.
And Biden just gave Ukraine $13 billion. So we in a more debt. Meanwhile, we can't get investment. You can't get your student loan written off. It's a lot of stuff
I was gone. You didn't see my post? Oh.
I'm blaming DeWine.
Ooh.
I don't like that.
Did y'all see that?
That ain't gone, Grizz. That does not resonate well with me.
I do not like DeWine.
Oh, wait. And another thing, because before we come back on Wednesday, my birthday is coming up on Monday. And so I want to wish y'all happy birthdays. However, I'm inviting y'all to come party with me a little bit Saturday night downtown on the banks at the gala, however you prefer to pronounce it. It's at the corner. It's a upscale nightclub, so you can put your little your dad sweater on and feel in place. You can shake and move a little bit.
Hold on.
So Grizz,
put your dad sweater on, Grizz, and come outside.
No, I just got to attest to what I've been thinking and what I've been seeing all along about you and your husband. See, the other day y'all posted this fabulous picture. You know, I was wondering why your foot wasn't up in the air, why y'all was over there kissing.
Hey, that was lit.
Looking all fly. And I'm like, I said, see, this is the problem. This shit be going on before the show, and them two be all in love and love and hip hop and shit. You know.
We can't be in love, Grizz.
And then she gonna tell us. We more than welcome to come party with her at some Bel Air, Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Stop it. Everybody knows about the gala. It's right across from the Red Stadium downtown.
And then you tried to play it off to make us think that you was ghetto when you was talking about gala or whichever word it was. I got to watch you, honey. I got to watch you.
I'm only bougie a little bit.
But you said Saturday at the gala. At what time?
I will be arriving shortly after 10. Of course, I have to be fashionably late.
Oh gosh, you cannot make this up. You cannot.
Of course, Diane, I have to be fashionably late. It's my birthday. Tell Grizz to knock it off.
She said, I will be arriving at 10
o'clock.
10 p.m.
So wait.
Lord have mercy.
Okay, but we're gonna be down there turning it up, doing like how we do, drinking and carrying on and having a grand old time. So if you care to join, please feel free. I'd love for us to take some photos, have some good memories, so that when I return back to the show physically in person, we can recap this moment.
Okay.
I may be
check
taking
that out. You know, the game.
I gotta go to Red Lobster Saturday night for my little sister's birthday, but I'm off Saturday, so.
Hey.
Y'all a party animal.
Come party with your girl. All right, well, that's all I got. I'm done this time for real. I just had to tell y'all it's gonna be my birthday before y'all see me again.
That's what's up.
Thank you, everybody, for viewing, listening to us. Talking to each other.
Oh, I'm gonna be logged in. I'm gonna be locked and loaded, ready to pow, call in when I need to. Cause sometimes we gotta shake Grizz awake, and sometimes we gotta
call in.
So we bounce off of each other and controlling this beast in him. You know what I'm saying?
There is a beast alive in Grizz. It is, Tyann. You exactly right.
It's like you getting, I'm getting.
Hey y'all, we're gonna get back at y'all next Wednesday. We might have somebody on here. I don't know. We'll let y'all know during the week. As always, be safe, and like we say every Wednesday, don't be stuck on
stupid and relax on dumb. Y'all have a good night.
I keep smoke by the pound.